for numerous of years. I'm a director. But when I approach people and I tell them how excited I am about the opportunity, the business, and how much I believe in it, one of the prevailing thoughts in my head is, well, I've been in it a long time. Am I successful enough in their eyes? If I show them the numbers, if you do 2 shows a week, this is what you can look forward to bringing home and that sort of thing, then I still have those little thoughts in the head of, yeah, but what about your bottom line and all? And I know that we have great materials, and I utilize those. We have good training, and I'm on Mary Black's team, and I invite people to that. But that's one of the things that always rings in my head before approaching people sometimes is, am I successful enough in someone else's eyes, and how to overcome that anxiety.
Okay. And that is probably some of the ladies tonight and some of the other ones that you're going to meet in the future. Those are concerns. But you know what, the more and more I thought about that, you're really in a business where you can work at your own pace. Everyone can accomplish what they wish to in the time allotted them. Now, there are many girls out there right now who have full-time jobs. They have to keep their full-time job, but they're not earning as much money as they'd like to earn. And in doing so, or maybe some of the jobs have been kind of, they're cutting down on hours, but they don't want to lose that job because they get their benefits and they get all of that. Do you realize how great this business is? Because what you're doing at the present time is that you can recruit and build and work with people, and then once you get your group built up, then you can go ahead and say, no, I can leave that job. Now, I do happen to know, and I'm going to share with everybody, if you don't mind, Victoria, is that she is a doc, and she works in the ER, which is the emergency room. And she is a busy girl. She's really came into the business a while back. Then all of a sudden, she didn't quite see where it could go, but she got to thinking about, I can do both. I'm being a doctor, I can still build this because it will be additional business, but the most important thing, she's building a business for her future that she can develop. She can go ahead and develop this business, and later if she wants to quit being a doctor in an ER, she's got her business. Do you know that Victoria should give herself such great credit? She has sponsored some high-caliber people in this business, and they have done so well, they went past her. Now, you might sit there and say, oh, my gosh, that's terrible. Oh, no, that's good, because they're up there. They're doing so well. Now, she doesn't make any money on them now because she's lower, but you know what? When her time is right and she can devote her time to it and she gets enough people, she can zoom up and she can get right up there, and then she will pick up everything on them. And I think that is really a great factor. She's planning her work and working her plan. And some people don't always understand that. But Victoria is a constant person, and I think there's a lot of us out there, so girls that are constant. They may not set the world on fire this minute, but they're definitely building. And there's another one. For some of the other types of people in the business, not everybody wants to be at the top. And they can work at their own speed and continue to grow. And, and there's no time limit. That's what I think is so good. I mean, Victoria, when she came in, we don't look at her and say, Victoria, you must do this by this date, and you must do this by this date, and so on and so on. Victoria is comfortable building her business. And there are a lot of ladies out there like that. Because most business puts, many of the direct selling companies put time restraints on them, but not so, in some of our business, like in companies, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. But in our business, you work at your speed. So I think there's some many good benefits to this at the same time. And I think people would appreciate that they don't have to be harassed to get it done. They just have to keep after themselves and learning the business and building that business. Does that answer your question, Victoria?
You just really make a person feel really, really good.
Well, because you're really, really good. That's the reason, and that's absolutely true. just to say things, and I'm not throwing out names, but I guess I'm throwing out names, is that Victoria sponsored one of our top people who became directors, and first she came in one level, then the next month she became a director, then she became the next month it was a district director, and the next month she became an ED. 1 month, next month, and there she is. And Victoria's that director, but she's got a good girl up there, and that girl is sponsoring like mad. So, wow, you got a good organization there, Victoria. I'm proud of you. And just keep on looking and keep doing what you're doing because you're doing it right. And when you're ready to go, you will just jump in and pick up all of this, and away you go. So I think that's great. Well, listen, ladies, I have answered the questions tonight, and I'd just like to leave you with some thoughts on that business. The fact is that, you're in charge of your business, and, there's no easy way. I can't give you a magic wand and wave that this is all going to work for you. I'm from that area. But you just have to get out, and I guess the 3 words I can say to really encourage sponsoring, to see the people. You got to go out and talk about it. You have to go out and just explain to them. But when you get them, I'm going to summarize. Don't jump at them and say, oh, my God, I'm going to sell a kit. I mean, we're not in the kit selling business. We want a recruit that's going to build a business. Find out her needs, her wants, her dreams. Go through her plan for success. Make sure she understands she's got to work this business, and she must have hours in which that we know what she's going to do. Faye sends out, every time there's a new recruit comes in the business, we send out my plan for success for them and tell them to complete that and send that back into us so we can help them and guide them, and then we send one to their sponsor. Now, if you haven't received one from us, it's because your new person didn't send it in. So that means she's not planning her success. So maybe we ought to do something about that. Get her to fill that out and write down what she needs, her wants, her dreams, and how many hours she's going to work it. Because if you don't work, you're not going to get paid. That's the long and the short of it. So I really feel that is very, very important. So understand that. And it's very simple to recruit. Don't overkill. Just be yourself and be excited about what you do, and remember what we said about enthusiasm. The 4 last letters of that word, I am sold myself. Because if you're not sold on the business, how can you sell anybody else? So, again, you don't have to know everything. You just have to get excited about what you're doing, and people are going to say, gee, I'm going to be with her because she's doing something wonderful. So that's all for tonight, ladies. I enjoyed being
Jerry Souls.
Oh, good, Jerry. We got you marked. Thank you, sweetie.
Good.
Okay. If there's anybody else, let us know. Got you down, Jerry. All right. If there's anybody else, let us know, and then you'll be hearing us. And we hope you have a wonderful week, and we hope also that you take advantage of all of the promotions because they're there for you. So have a good one. Bye-bye.